Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my new bangs that I'm still getting used to. It is still Star Blanket September, and I am still working on 6-Day Star, Superstar, and Supernova blankets. And tonight I am working on the Supernova blanket. I started it, and I'm using Noro Tsubame number 44, just my all-time favorite yarn of all time. It's the holy grail of yarn. I think Noro is the holy grail of yarn, and then number 44, this color to me is just, I love it. um, so I did not get as far as I had hoped on the Superstar. So the Star, the Superstar, and the Supernova all start with the same 8 setup rounds. Hang on, I was supposed to start the meeting for the membership ladies, and I forgot to do it. So let's get that started. It's this one. Okay, let me start that for them. Oh, they're already on. They don't need me. Hi. Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay. They don't need me. I don't even need to be in there. I'm just gonna minimize that. Okay, never mind. Um, I'll put it over in that corner. Oh my gosh, I am just so bad at this. Okay, so the Star, the Superstar, and the Supernova, they all start with the same 8 setup rounds, and then the Superstar has 9 through 11, 3 more setup rounds that are a little different, and then it's repeating after that. The Supernova starts out the same as the Star Blanket, and then it does one repeat of the Star Blanket, and then it does another repeat of the Star Blanket, but it ends on round 6. And then it has a new round 7, kind of like a new setup round. But I numbered them a little bit differently just to make it really confusing. I guess that's why I did that. So here's how far I got. I got the setup rounds and one repeat done. So I have one more repeat to do actually before I can like do the tutorial part or show you the new part. So that's where I'm at. So I'm just actually working busy work tonight. So that's what I'll be doing. And if you want to make a Supernova along with me, you can start a 6-Day Star and work it through the setup rounds, one repeat, and do the second repeat up to round 6. And then you'll be caught up with me. And tomorrow we can do everything together. But that's just where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I took a break yesterday and I went and got a haircut. And that's what happened. And and do everything I wanted to do. But I did get my email out. So if you're signed up for Star Blanket September, I've been sending emails and with just tips and tricks and some little freebies and things like that um, to help you get your Star Blanket going. And there will be a few more of those before the end of the month. So if you haven't signed up, make sure you sign up. And don't look at my bangs. I don't know how to fix them. I put too much product on them. Okay, let's just do the overhead thing and then nobody will have to care about my bangs. I look like I am drowning or something. I don't know. I had them looking good right before we got on. It's fine. Okay, let's do this. There, that's better. All right. Let's see what round I'm on. I have some updates to make to this pattern too, and I started on them, but it's a lot. I want to do a little cheat sheet. I did those cool cheat sheets for the other two blankets, and hopefully I'll just have some time tomorrow to get caught up. That would be great. But this is, I guess I'm on round 7. I only made it part way around, almost all the way around. So with this, you might notice I've got 2 balls of yarn here, and when I work with Noro, I like to alternate balls of yarn. So I'm not holding 2 balls of yarn together. I'm doing 1 ball of yarn for one repeat, and then on at the beginning of the repeat on round 2, I'm flipping the blanket over and I'm starting the other ball of yarn in a different part of the work. And here's my supernova pattern. Okay, that's what I wanted. I'm carrying the the extra yarn up the work, so I don't have a bunch of ends. So this is why I stopped here, because here's my other end right here, and I wanted to show you all how I carry it up. And I did this with the great granddaddy-o blanket also. I used alternating balls of Noro, and I carried the unused yarn up the corner of the great granddaddy-o. Okay, and this is so far same as the star blanket. So 4 single crochet in the peak. I just feel like I'm picking up right in the middle of whatever here. Okay, that's my yarn for my second ball. Okay, and I'll show you what I do when I get there. Okay, so there it is. So right in this valley, I want to always do this on like the center stitch. Let me zoom in, because I know I got the ladies in the McKnitterverse. I have 2 ladies doing supernovas with me with this yarn. At least I think I do. So it's going to be on one of these, the center one, or right on the inside, okay, on one of those next to the gap. And so here it is where I've worked it along with this stitch right here. And now as I work this single crochet, I'm going to pull up both my working stitch and that thread of extra yarn. Okay, and then I'm going to work them both together and complete the stitch. And then this one, which is my extra one, is just going to be left to dangle until I come around again. And then continue on. So on the next round, when I come back around, I'll work 1 stitch, this double crochet 2 together. Part of it I'll work with both yarns. So the yarn continues to get carried up. And then when I flip, I'll start this yarn right in that same valley when I flip my blanket. Well, the regular Supernova doesn't flip. There's no instructions to turn it, but you can turn it if you want to. If you want your blanket to have a right side and a wrong side. I'm sorry, if you want your blanket to be reversible, then you can flip it. And it'll have right side and wrong side stitches on both sides. The regular way that the pattern is written, it has a right side and a wrong side. All the right side of the stitches, you're just going around and around and around, and you're never turning it, and all the right side of the stitches are on the same side of the blanket. Everyone's so quiet tonight. Oh, I'm missing. Let's see your bangs. I keep putting them over to the side and I put too much product on them. So I had them fixed right before, but they're all sweaty right now. So the bangs are getting brushed aside. I'm not sure they're for me, but I got to get used to them because I'm not used to them tickling my forehead and my eyes, and I keep brushing them aside. And when it got really humid, they were all over the place. So I'm not sure the bangs are for me, but when they were done right, they looked really cute. Wish I hadn't told everybody. Debbie Hawes, if it was mentioned, I missed it because I was late trying to get on this thing. I never can figure out how to get you started. Where do you get the Noro yarn? Go to Knitting Fever. And I can put a link in the chat. Go to the Knitting Fever website and you have to find a local retailer in your area, or some, a retailer that does online sales. This is one of their newer colors. Unfortunately, I don't have a store set up yet to sell the yarn. I just sell patterns. I wish I did. I would sell so much of this stuff. Oh my gosh. Live visibility. Restricted. What are they talking about? What's going on TikTok? It says my live visibility is restricted for some audiences. What? Say what? Your live contains themes. Oh, what the what? All right. There, you got a good look at my bangs. I don't want to think about them. Okay. They just feel like another thing to do. She's like, no, this is gonna add a little bit to your routine and you're gonna have to fix them. I'm like, oh, I don't want them anymore. There, we'll do that. There you go, TikTok. Hi, Andrew. I worked on this a little bit last night, but I feel like I fell asleep in the middle of it or something. In the middle of a round. Hey, Andrew. How you doing, my friend? So, I don't know if I told you all this, but last week I had this crazy urge to like buy up a bunch of anniversary cakes, and I had a bunch of them in my shopping cart, online shopping cart, all the different colors, like two of each, and discounts and a voucher. And I was like, I'm gonna get all these. And then I was like, what am I doing? I do not need or want these. And um and then my friend Courtney was on one of my membership calls the other day, and she was like, we can't get those anniversary cakes in Australia. And I was like, oh, I'll send you some. And I went to buy them from my cart, and they were all the good colors were sold out. Well, not all the good colors, but all the best colors. And I was like, I swear I just put these in here like the other day, and now they're all sold out, all the cute new colors. I'm just going to weave in this end. I don't usually weave as I go, because every time I do, I end up having to rip it out. So I usually don't, but I'm just going to do it this time. I'm just in a weird mood. The Noro Tsubame is actually a 5. I'm sorry, it's a 4. I said I would put a link in the chat, and I didn't do it. So let me do that. I think the link might be in the description of the video. It's a 4. I would say it works up like a 3. Okay. Now I'm at the end of the round. Okay, so I'm on round 2. It's thick and thin. It's one of those that's not even. So I'm working it with an eye hook, which is what is that? 5.5 millimeter hook? 5 millimeter hook? What is an eye hook? Does anybody know? Okay, so remember, this is just like the star blanket. So this is my second repeat. And I'm going to do this repeat. Oh, wait. Okay, so on round 2, that's when I flip. And now I'm going to grab this other one that I've been carrying up. And I'm going to work with it. Okay, going that way. Five and a half millimeter. Thank you, Debbie. So now the only thing is, you have to remember when you come around to that other yarn, you have to remember to pick it up and work it along with one of the stitches. And the reason I do it with Noro is because the colors can sometimes pull up unintentionally. or you can have like repeating patterns of color that aren't really meant to be. The colors are inspired by nature, so they're meant to be like nature, so they're random. So I want that to be reflected in my blanket. Skip to 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the peak. Okay, and on the star blanket, I had 2 here, and now I'm going to have 4. That's how it works. There we go. Hannah says, I started one of these like a week ago and I gave up. Why? We have help available. I do have a tutorial. I have tutorials for the blanket. They're not complete. I think I have tutorials up through round 7, 3A or something. I don't remember. And I'm working on doing more better ones. The old ones are from lives like this where I work the blanket and I'm talking to people, and they're fine. They're not the best, but they're fine. Really, the best thing to do with this all of my patterns is to follow the pattern and use the tutorial to guide you through the pattern. Don't just say, oh, I can't read patterns, and then just do the video. Try and do the video by itself, because that will frustrate you. How many balls of Noro are you going to use? I'm not sure, actually. I've done Noro blankets with 6 balls of yarn. I've done a regular 6 to 8 blanket, and I've done a great granddaddy blanket with Noro, and they both took 6 balls. But I've noticed that the star blankets, you can just because of their shape, I think you don't need quite as many. So I have like I'm thinking maybe 4 or 5. I'm not sure. Just depends on how big you want to make it. I don't want to make it huge. I want to just, have it for a throw for my living room. So I'm thinking maybe 4. We'll see. And then I have 10 of them. Then I could use my other 6 for a great granddaddy-o. I have one started. So we'll see. I'm not opposed to buying more. I probably will buy more because I really love this yarn. Might make a sweater or something out of it. I could just live in this yarn. It's so good. What did I do? Thank you for all the likes. So when you flip your blanket, it is a little it doesn't work. It works out the same. The stitches work out the same, but it looks a little different. It is soft. It's sturdy too. It's like silky soft. And it is I just love the weight and drape of it. It is just a nice, oh man. I guess I stopped in the middle of weaving in an end. I am really not okay tonight. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to put a marker over here so that I can remember that that's where the other yarn is. I'm just going to put that there. And then let's see, where's the start of this one? I'm going to put a marker here. And this is just to remind myself this is the other starting point for the other yarn, because I have a tendency to just go past it. And if you go past it and you don't work it in, then you have an end. There's nothing you can do. You have to cut it and start another end. Thank you, Andrew. Oh, I don't think I chose a balm for this one. What should I use? Is this one fresh? Let's do Power. It's my fave. I guess I don't have to do, in my mind, I'm like, I have to do the same balm for, like for the entire project. But I guess I could do Power today and then Balance tomorrow and have multiple scents in the same project. That would be okay, right? Matilda Davis says, hello, I can't wait to start my blanket. I can't wait to see it. The balms are for aromatherapy. Something looks a little off about my counts. Do you switch from different projects on different days? I have trouble just working on the same one. Yeah, I have multiple things going on. I'm just focusing on star blankets this month. But I have other things that I've like started that are, things I'm going to release at a later time. So like whatever I'm working on right now, there's always something else happening in the background. I have several patterns that I, in the works that I still want to release. Thank you, Misty. Any chance you'll be doing a holiday table runner? I could do one. Which one would you like me to do, Andrew? I have a Christmas one, I have a Kwanzaa, and I have a Hanukkah. You want to do Hanukkah? The Hanukkah one is really pretty with sparkly blue and white. You don't see a lot of Hanukkah decorations. You know, you go into Michael's and it's like Christmas everywhere, and there's like one little stand of Hanukkah stuff. Hi, Leanne. What is going on? Okay, here's my other yarn that I have to pick up, okay? So you have to go like this. We have to get it on the hook, the loop, the live loop. So this is the double crochet 3 together. Whoops, I have to pull it through there on that one. The last one, pull it through, and then pull it through all of them. And then the extra one, which is this green one, is going to get dropped. And then you just pick up, skip 2 and 3 double crochet, and you just pick up the working one and keep going. Okay, and I'm going to move this up so I remember that's where it's at. And then every time you do it, you know, they got twisted around. The one I'm not using has to go on the bottom, and the one I'm using goes on the top. So just rearrange them every time. Don't let them twist and twist and twist and twist, and then pull your hair out because they're tangled. So we had a big flood here the other day. There's still a lot of standing water in my town. My house was okay. My yard, sorry, side yard and driveway kind of flooded, but it's okay now. My neighbors on either side of me kind of got hit pretty hard with a lot of water, standing water. But I have some neighbors that they don't live here; they live somewhere else, and their house is here, and they'll ask me to go check on their house because I'm here. And I went out to check on my neighbor's house for her, and her front yard was flooded along with the yard next to it, and all the frogs were out and they were singing. That was Tuesday night. It was the night of the full moon. They were loud, those frogs. It was like they were talking. They were so loud and they were so near. I could just hear them right in front of me, but I couldn't see a single one. Blue and white and a silver would be beautiful. Yeah, I did it with the that big twist sparkle, I think it's called, or big twist twinkle. The shiny white and the glittery white and blue. I guess they do have a gray too. That silver gray is very pretty. Oh, now we have some pink coming in. How did I come up with the star blanket? I started my Facebook group to answer people's questions about the 6-day kid blanket. And then people started asking me, make the 6-day kid blanket like this, make the 6-day kid blanket like that, make it in the round, make it in a star. And I was like, oh my God, leave me alone. No. And then finally I was just like, all right, I'll do it. You quit bugging me. And so I did it. And I'm glad I did. And then they wanted a granny square. And I was like, oh my God, no, that's dumb. And then I did it. Next month, I don't want to do blankets anymore. I want to do garments. I want to work on my 6-day shrugs. And I want to make some more shrugs because I think shrugs are in right now. Is everybody doing shrugs or what? And then I keep seeing those things that are like the sleeves. I call it a shrug wrap. But it's like the sleeves that have the scarf attached that wrap all the way around. I actually have a pattern for those, a 6-day pattern. So I think I'll work on those. I have a shrug with a hood on it. I'm on round 3 now, by the way. I just have to do 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we'll be ready to do Supernova stuff. I'm a little mad at myself for not being ready for round 7A because, you know, the blanket's bigger, so it's going to take longer to do everything. So I did, you know, give myself an extra day as it is so that I could try and get through all the rounds. But now that I'm behind, I don't know if I'm going to make it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll come on tomorrow and some extra days and try and get it all in there. It's been a lot of off-camera crocheting to do this challenge this month. Been doing a lot of content. And I've been having trouble with TikTok. Oh goodness, I see what happened here. I only did 4. That's a mistake I've been making a lot. Only doing 4 double crochet in the peak. That's why it's looking a little wonky. Oh well. I'm a little wonky today, so I guess my blanket can be wonky too. Let's be wonky friends. Be wonky together. With my wonky bangs. My bangs really are cute. I just went in to oil my hair and I touched my bangs first. That was a mistake. I hope they look cute tomorrow. And I didn't want to wash my hair, wet it down or anything because I got a glaze. Oh my goodness, I love this teal. I love this color when this color comes in. Noro always has like one really like bright flash of something and that stands out, and I always love it. Love that color. Will one ball do the entire blanket? No, I'm thinking 4 or 5. Okay, so did y'all hear that? Yeah, so I said something to them yesterday. So now they got the kids doing it on purpose. Yep. Did I only do 4 there too? No, I did 5. The yarn is called Noro Tsubame. Tsubame. It's Japanese. And this color is number 44. You're welcome. I'm just not feeling super chatty tonight. When you come up with a new pattern, do you just write something down or do you work it up? Well, um, it depends. That's a great question. Um, I will usually work it up first if it's like something new, like a new idea, and there's a new concept, like a new type of shaping or something that I haven't done yet. Oh, wait. Okay, hang on. With the double crochet 3 together, you want to do it on the last part of the double crochet 3 together. Hold on. So pull through 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull up the loop with both of them. Pull through 2, pull through all of them with both yarns, and then drop the yarn. Okay, and it has to do a little loop around so it can be lined up the right way. Oh, maybe not. So I'm not the type of person to do sketches and all of that stuff. Um, but if it's like something like, let's say I'm taking the 6-day star and I'm making it into a shawl, I might, because the structure of that is pretty much there, it just has to be turned back and forth. I might work it up on a little swatch, write it up, cut and paste parts of patterns together, and give it to my advisory council and be like, here, anybody want to work on this? Or we'll talk about it in the design workshop and talk about what the best um, way is to do it and get ideas. Those people in that group have a lot of knowledge, and they've done a lot of people's patterns too. They have, like I just mostly do 6-day crochet stuff, so I know exactly what to do with 6-day crochet. But sometimes I'm like, how do other people write this, or how do other people handle problems like this? And then they help me because they have their knowledge of crochet is more like spread out, where I'm really tunnel visioned and I do everything, not everything, but a lot of, mostly 6-day crochet is what I do. I usually have to try it and make sure it works. What row for you seems to take the absolute longest? I think the double crochet rounds. Round two, also because you have to think a little bit more. My favorite row or round is 3. It's the easiest. I like the single crochet rounds too because you don't have to think as much. But the double crochet rounds, I get bored, and I've been only putting 4 in the peak a lot lately. So I don't know. I think I'm losing it for those rounds. Yep. I'm like, I'm bored. It's kind of why I like the Superstar though, because you don't get those giant peaks. So the double, you don't have like 800 double crochet in a row because all the peaks are small. They don't get that big and they don't grow that fast. Now, you all know I do not enjoy like sitting there and counting while I'm crocheting. I just started my first Supernova. I am only on my first of the 2 through 6. Well, it's 2 through 7, and then 2 through 6. I know, right? I'm going to do one more round. You look at all the colors you have. Are you doing a different color on every round? What are you doing? The blanket will be massive. Well, you'd have to make a big blanket when you do a Supernova because you want to have at least 2 or 3 repeats after you bring in the points. So it's not a good blanket for a baby blanket. It's it's good for when you're doing a massive blanket. I'm doing a change every time I make it through the repeat. Wow. Wow, I love this blue. I love this yarn so much. Like every color, every time the yarn changes colors, I'm like, I don't know, I feel happy. Oh, you're doing the sunflower colors. Sure know how to pick out some amazing yarn. Your projects come out. Oh, well, I had support from Knitting Fever. They sent me they sent me the Juniper Moon Farms. That was their idea to use that, and that blanket is stunning. That star, that little baby star that I did for them. Ria says, I started with black, now I'm doing a dark brown and working my way out. Wow. Yeah, there have been a few people in my group that have used the star and the superstar for, and the supernova to make sunflower inspired. Would your patterns look good with bright colors? Yes, they look good with all the colors. Oh, you posted that was yours, Ria. Okay. Yes, it's like that. What was that Dr. Seuss book? You can eat it in a train. You can eat it on a plane. You can make it with bright colors. You can make it with one color. You can make it with pastels. You can make it with random colors. You can make it with Halloween colors. You can make it with Christmas colors. I have yet to see an ugly one. I just realized you doing different stitches. Let the Lord be with you. What do you mean? It's okay. I got this. I designed this. It's okay. You can do different stitches in one project. Well, when you have a baby, it's a little different story, but they won't be little forever, Mama. You'll have time to sit down and think, trust me. Hey, Jillian. Yeah, I'm happy to hear it. You have a good rest. Jillian says, I've spent the evening weaving in ends and finishing a corner to corner Felix remix blanket. What the heck is that? Designed by A Stitch Whimsy. It's been a labor of love. Sounds like it. Can't wait to get back on my Superstar. Yeah, I still have to finish my Superstar too. Put an edge on it. And put an edge on the little baby star that I made. I'm behind on these projects, but I have like a virtual retreat tomorrow where I'm going to be probably sitting on Zoom calls all day, so I will have some time to just work on stuff then. Just crochet through the meetings. Try and get these next 2 rounds of this repeat done. And then depending on how I do tomorrow, I might come on tomorrow night, which would not be a scheduled live, but I might come on tomorrow for a little while and work on this if I'm feeling okay. I'm just not feeling it tonight. I'm sure y'all can tell. Maybe it's the bangs. Oh no, you have COVID. Thank you very much. All right, y'all. Maybe I'll catch you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you Saturday. Have a good night. Thanks